Well, gee, it would have been pretty good as a spectator, wouldn't it? If you're sitting home on the couch watching that game or in the stands, it was very entertaining. So, yeah, amazing match. Yeah, talk in our dressing room, we believe in our batting unit. We chased down some high scores last year, and it was just to stick to our process. You can't look at the total as itself. It's a process to get to that stage, and I think we were keeping up with the rate at a certain point. So, yeah, certainly although we didn't get the runs, it was a great batting performance from us too. Yeah, well, we still need a lot of runs, so you'd have to play pretty well. Credit to SRH, they bowled pretty well there at the end. Taking the pace off on a slowing pitch can be pretty hard to hit to the big side, so that's credit to them. But yeah, I think everything has to go right for you to chase 278, and that didn't quite happen for us, but we got pretty close tonight. Yeah, it definitely felt like sixes were flying. We had, in our innings, there were a lot of sixes that kind of hit the advertising boards just behind the rope. So it felt like they could have gone to hand, or I was fielding, there was maybe 3 went over my head, and I thought that I was catching them the whole time until they went over. So that's hard as a bowler because you've got to come back and bowl the next ball. It's trying to take some of the momentum away from the batter at that point and trying to be able to recognise that as quickly as you can. I think we did that through the middle at stages. They played some amazing shots, so you can credit to their batsmen for putting that much pressure on any bowler. There's not much you can do to stop them if they're going to play good shots. Sometimes it's execution. But you got to take your hat off when someone plays well. Firstly, there's obviously planning that happens around who's bowling the first over. I think wherever Booms bowls, he's going to make a massive impact for us. So there's a lot of faith in wherever he wants to bowl, and I think we've seen that throughout the 2 games. He might take the new ball at stages, but again, I'm not making that decision, so it's hard for me to comment. And Tilak's innings, he played beautifully. Hitting the ball cleanly, that's close to the best of what Tilak's got. I say that because I think he's still got more than that as well, and we saw a pretty special innings tonight. So it's always great to see your teammates playing well, and that down the line have a lot of faith that that's going to result in wins for us. Yeah, well, it was just obviously a pretty true surface, wasn't it? There was not a lot of seam movement, there wasn't a lot of spin. We saw at the end where SRH took the pace off bowling into the pitch. That seemed to be the hardest thing to hit, and I'm not sure, I haven't looked at the statistics or anything like that, but I'm sure that they did that more than we did, and it was harder to hit. Yes, that could have been a 200 versus 200 game. It just some of the batting was amazing. So you're gonna hear from the big man at the back here shortly, hear about his innings. So sometimes you've got to be good to get into the IPL and play in a team, and we saw some pretty special performances tonight.